Welcome and good day, everyone. Welcome back to another match for the Unofficial Amiibo Smash League Season 2 Smash-Offs. Before I continue, I'd like to remind everyone to support Nintendo and their affiliates, because without them, we wouldn't have the game, let alone the Amiibo that we're battling it out with today. So let's make sure to give Nintendo and their affiliates our support. Speaking of, if anyone else is interested in knowing about the more information about the release of the Switch 2 on April 2nd, which is a Wednesday, Nintendo will be releasing more information about that in a live stream. So if anybody else is interested in the Switch 2, that will be when that information is available. Alright, so in this match, we have two very tough challengers. Let's see here. With our first one coming from the Fire Emblem group, here we have Byleth. Now, Byleth is the only one who has been undefeated in the competition during Season 2. So Byleth is literally the character to defeat in this competition. And the first character that has an opportunity at that is coming straight from the Metroid group. Here he is, Ridley. Now Ridley has won 5 matches and lost 3 in the regular season matches, and is hoping to win this against the very tough Byleth today. Now, neither of these challengers have battled against each other in the competition thus far, and is hoping to win in this first match. Now, they both will have but both characters are going to have 6 lives to challenge with, and will be battling it out on a randomly selected stage, which could give one character, if not both, an advantage or disadvantage in this match. And yes, Austin, there is a good chance that Byleth could I guess, run away with the win here, but we don't want to count Ridley out quite yet. But let's go ahead and get this match underway so we can find out for sure. Byleth versus Ridley. Looks like they are battling it out on one of these Super Mario Brothers levels. Oh, this is going to be the fun one that has that random bullet bill that just comes in and blows everything up. Both characters pretty... Oh! Both characters are getting into it and getting close on the damage percentages. Oh, there's that bullet bill I was talking about. They definitely want to stay away from that thing. Both characters are in the red, and it looks like Ridley knocks Byleth out for the first knockout of the match. Ridley is over 100%. Oh, and it looks like Ridley gets knocked out for the first time. So both characters are on their 5th life. Now somebody might say, why do you count them like that? You know, I mean, wouldn't the 5th life be when they only have, like, after they've already been knocked out so many times? I'm like, well, it's much easier to call it based on how many lives they show underneath their character's name. So when calling things out, so that's why I do it that way. Ridley is over 100% and gets knocked out again by Byleth. Byleth is over 100%. Woo! Byleth getting that, using that chain move, grabbing onto that edge. Man. Byleth is holding it together. Being almost... Oh, and Byleth finally gets knocked down to that 4th life. I think that was 187%, I think. Oh, that Bullet Bill's coming back in. Ridley is over 100%. Yep. Oh, both characters managed to avoid that Bullet Bill, but I think they are definitely engaged in a tough battle here between these two characters. Ridley is over 150%, and Byleth is in the red, and then Ridley knocks Byleth out, bringing Byleth down to that 3rd life. And Byleth answers back by bringing Ridley down to that 3rd life. Another Bullet Bill over on the left side. I'm confident these two characters are going to avoid that Bullet Bill, at least this time, based on where they're at on the map. This match is definitely a good back and forth match between these two challengers, which is the kind of matches that we hope to see when watching the Smash Offs. Looks like Ridley is over 100% on that 3rd life. Byleth aggressively trying to finish off Ridley. Wait a minute, I think Ridley's pulsating. Okay, so that was... Oh, and speaking of Ridley, knocks Byleth down to the 2nd life. So I think Ridley... Oh, and Ridley gets knocked out. So that pulsing I was talking about on Ridley, I think is reminiscent of the bosses in the Metroid series, where the closer you get a boss in the Metroid series, closer to being defeated, the faster they start turning red and start flashing red, and the faster they turn red. And Byleth knocks Ridley down to the 2nd life, so the closer they are to being defeated. So, yeah. Took all that time to get that out. So, Byleth is at 100%, doing some damage to Ridley. Byleth's trying... Oh! Oh! Oh, I thought Ridley was gonna drop and take Byleth out, but it looks like Byleth managed to get out of there and gain the win against Ridley. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mark that one down. A win for Byleth against Ridley. Well, it that last KO against Ridley, I did not expect. I almost thought that Ridley was gonna take Byleth, and take them both out, but I think Ridley changed his mind at the last minute, and Byleth took advantage of it while Ridley was too low to recover. That was definitely an exciting finish as Byleth gained the win. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to... Okay, we're gonna go ahead and update that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Definitely right on that. Ridley did definitely. That was a good match, back and forth. I almost thought Ridley was going to be the first one to defeat Byleth, but it turns out that Byleth continues that win streak. Now, ironically enough, Sephiroth, who went undefeated in Season 1, ended up winning all the way through the Smash-Off. So we're going to see if Byleth is going to turn around and do the same thing that Sephiroth did in Season 1. So that match took 5 minutes and 30 seconds, with Ridley only getting 4 knockouts against Byleth. Let's look at those stats so we can get an idea as to why the results came out the way they did. The damage given for Byleth is 857%, and the damage given for Ridley is 635%. That is wow. That is almost a no, I'd say that's over 200% difference for damage given. Damage taken for Byleth, 636%. Damage taken for Ridley, 867%. The peak damage for Byleth, 187%. The peak damage for Ridley is 190%. The launch distance for Byleth, 540 meters, and the launch distance for Ridley is 1,085 meters. The ground time for Byleth is 107 seconds, and the ground time for Ridley is 75 seconds. The air time for Byleth is 218 seconds, and the air time for Ridley is 242 seconds. Did I say Ridley on both of those? Byleth had air time of 218, and Ridley had the air time of 242 seconds. Alright, might have been looking at Ridley's name while reading off Byleth's stats. I sometimes do that. The hit percentage for Byleth is 47%, which is in the high range, and Ridley had a hit percentage of 32%. The ground attacks for Byleth is 34 and 18 for Ridley. The number of air attacks for Byleth is 139, and the air attacks for Ridley is 149. The smash attacks for Byleth is 7 and 14 smash attacks for Ridley. Byleth had 2 grabs and Ridley had 0. Byleth had 1 throw and Ridley had 0. Now Byleth had 25 edge grabs and Ridley only had 10. Well, that definitely helps when you're able to grab onto those edges and make it back into the match. The max launch speed for Byleth is 897 kilometers per hour, and the max launch speed for Ridley is 863 kilometers per hour. The longest drought time for both Byleth and Ridley is exactly the same, with 7 seconds for both characters' longest drought time. Alright, another exciting match here today between Byleth and Ridley, with Byleth coming out the winner in this match. Also, like to remind everyone to support Nintendo and their affiliates. And if you like the content, then go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up. And if you want to see more content such as this, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when new content is available. Also, if you do decide to leave a comment, make sure you do so in a respectful manner, because we want to make sure this is family friendly after all, so everyone can enjoy. Thank you once again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Oh, and before I go any further, come back again tomorrow for the next 4 matches to determine who the 4 winners for today's matches will be battling against in the semi-final match, which includes 3 out of 6 selected items in the Smash-Offs. Alright, well, thank you once again, and have a wonderful day.